I actually almost got ran over by this big boat yesterday. It was actually a regular person, and I almost broadsided those guys. He was yelling at me and everything. I was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't see you there, you big jerk." What is going on, gaming nerds? Welcome back to Midnight Gaming with Mr. Member. Thanks for coming to the channel and hanging out. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. It is midnight. We are on a new game for the channel called Atlas. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing Atlas. Now, if you don't know about this game, basically what this game is it's a pirate game. It's all about shipbuilding, sailing the open seas, killing stuff, being a pirate, and it's totally awesome. I absolutely love it. I've been playing for a little while, and it's absolutely amazing. And I've been playing just so I can go ahead and get kind of the hang of the game. And I think I've got a pretty good grasp on it, so I figured, you know, why not just do some movies and videos and stuff on it. Now, some people, if you don't know this game, some people say this is a carbon copy of Ark Survival Evolved. Now, to be honest with you, 50% of that's true, and another 50% is not true. I would say it's its own standalone game. It is made by Wildcard, which are now calling themselves, I think it's Grape Games or something like that. Anyway, they made 40 million off of Ark Survival. Actually, 60 million, I think, is what it is. So why wouldn't they make another game? They've used the same, some of the same like textures and character models and stuff like that. And as far as that's concerned, then yes, it is kind of the same thing. But at the same time, they've also done a whole bunch of different stuff on the game. You know, they've made the shipbuilding. As you can see, we're in a port. This is actually called a free port. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that at all. This is actually called a free port. We got ships out there. Those ships are all player built, and they're owned by players. So it's all about being a pirate, and there's so many different things. Like the menu system is different. You've got a skill system which is completely different. You've got companies, which is kind of the same. You do have tame groups, but it's not really about taming like Ark is all about taming. A lot of the taming is kind of taking a backseat to just building a ship, going out, killing stuff, finding booty, lots and lots of booty, and also basically killing what are called SOTDs, or Ships of the Damned. They're just random NPC ships that are totally awesome, and they're very terrifying and scary. Why can't I drink? Just drink. I want you to drink. There is a food system, and you guys remember the food system in Ark. Everybody hated it because you had to keep eating it. Well, they decided to listen to what everybody said and do the exact opposite and make it a lot more detailed. Now you have vitamins and stuff like that you have to deal with. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started. And as we're getting started, I've actually been playing on this server for a little while, just to, like I said before, to get the hang of it. And as we get started, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to talk about this server. So first of all, let's look at the menus system real quick. Okay, so here's your inventory. Down here is your crafting. Now you can close your crafting bar if you want, or you can keep it back open, or whatever you want to do. But it's kind of the same thing as Ark, but when you get into the skills, it's completely different. You see all of these up here, these are actually all skills. They're a different tree. Each one is a different skill tree. So what you have to do is you have to start out in like survivalism, and you have to pick up like the basics, which gives you hatchets and stone picks and stuff like that. And then once you get into like archery and stuff like that, like there's archery right there, you open up, by opening it up in here, you open up another completely different skill tree over here. And each one of these bad boys is a different skill tree. Like this is armory over here. This is cooking over here. You have shipbuilding, which is right here. I mean, it's completely different than what it used to be in Ark. It kind of looks like somebody's 5-year-old child kind of drew this out. I'm actually pointing at the screen like you guys can see it. Look at all these zigzags and stuff like that. They could make that a little bit better, but it's really good. I mean, it's an absolute blast. Now, let's talk about the server. This is one of the cool things right here, Atlas. If I zoom out, as you can see, I've been doing a little bit of exploring. I kind of wanted to try out the game just to make sure I knew what was going on. Now, if you look at this, you've got A1, B1, C1. Each one of these grids right here, now this is the crazy thing, each one of the grids is a completely different server. So when you zone from A1 to B1, you're actually transferring servers. Isn't that absolutely nuts? This total world map is about 10 times bigger than Ark ever was. The funny thing is this is a 3x3, so it's a total of 9, right? This is 9 servers right here. But this whole big square, this whole map, actually is the upper left-hand corner square of the overall total universe map, I guess you could say. There's a total of 3 of these huge squares, 3x3, so there's a total of 81 servers that make up the entire full map. And when you want to get your own server, most server companies will only allow you to do 3x3. So right here we've got 9 different servers, and all of these little islands and stuff are on 9 different servers. Now you're probably wondering, well, what server are you on, Mystic? Well, guess what? I'm on the Sailvation server. Now if you guys don't know what the Sailvation server is, let me tell you. You guys know Slipgator? Yeah, if you don't know Slipgator, what rock have you been under? Slipgator, the man, the myth, the legend, the original Ark man. He is the one who is actually the server administrator. He's gotten together with a few other people. They've gotten together and they've purchased out 9 servers, which I think is like $100 a month or something like that. And they've started it and they've opened it up to all of their subscribers for Twitch. And I am a subscriber to Slipgator, so I was able to get on here. And there's a lot of people on here. Like under his company, I think there's a total of 179 people on his server or something like that. It's absolutely insane. I am actually a solo player for right now. I've been talking with somebody else, thinking about maybe getting on and doing some videos together. I'm not going to name who, Scoobs Maroon, but if he decides to do it, I think that would be totally awesome, and I would absolutely love it. Let's see. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our skills. I'm going to show you what I've done so far. So far, on the very basic, I've got the basics, which is campfires, cloth boots, cloth hats, stuff like that. So we need to do that, and then I've got a spear. Now, the reason I've got the spear is so I can go ahead and kill some animals, so I can get hide, and then once I get hide, I've opened up archery so I can get a bow. The guns in this game are one-shot guns, and then you have to play a little mini game to unload them or to reload them. It's kind of crap, to be honest with you. I don't really like it. I think they need to change it. I've also got into construction so we can build a house, and then I don't remember getting into advanced tools or cooking. I thought that I respec'd so I could go ahead and start this over, but it looks like, yeah, it's kept, they must have done a server rollback or something, because I actually did a respec, which is one of the things that you can do is every level you get, I've got 33 levels, every level that you get on the game, you can do a respec. So you don't have to go out and search for certain, materials to go ahead and make a respec magical something or other, like golden orb or something. Every level you can respec and you can change. Now the reason they did that is because this game actually is pretty big when it comes down to requiring people to kind of be in a company. Like I said, I'm a solo player, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of respecing, but the basic gist of it, what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to get spears. We need a torch, we need flint. Okay, so we've made ourselves a pick. We're gonna get some flint and stuff like that. So yeah, basically it's kind of big on everybody being part of a company. It's not the easiest for solo players, and I'm kind of a big solo player. I really like being a solo player. That's just kind of who I am. We're gonna build a campfire. Now let me show you what exactly we're trying to do here. Let's see, craftable arrows. I'm gonna build a torch, and then, and by the way, the music in this game is amazing. We're also going to build the hatchet. Now, once we build all those, what we're going to aim for is, we're going to aim for a ship. We're going to build a ship in this episode. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because, well, I should say the reason that I was playing before was because I needed to find us a really good spot to camp out on. And I've gone ahead and done that. I've done all the hard work. So if anybody wants to come play with me, Scoobs Maroon, I'm not going to name who, but if he wants to come play, then he can come play. I've already got, you know, a place for us to camp out at. If you hit F1, you get a placement flag and you can claim an area. This can actually go in the water too. You can claim an area for your own and nobody can build on it. And I've already done all the hard work. I found an island. I wanted to do that because of there's so many freaking people on this map. Like this right here is the main base for Slip's people. And there's like 400 people right there. Okay, not 400, but 179 people right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and get into... Now, there's two of them you can start out with. These are purchased and they're kind of crappy, but they get you where you need to go. And we need to get back over to our island. So this is a raft, and the raft sucks because it doesn't have a rudder. You have to steer by turning your sails. And if you've got the wind going in the opposite direction of you, then guess what? Yeah, you're not going anywhere. But we're going to go for the Ramshackle Sloop. And we're going to try and build that real quick. And then we're going to head over into our base area. Okay? So, like I said, I've already done the base hunting thing. It took like 4 real-life days for me to actually find a base area that wasn't taken over by somebody else. The next thing we need to deal with is we need to deal with our food. Now, as you can see, there's this little... If you're seeing my cursor, look at my cursor over here. Right there, there's the 4 bars right there. That's our vitamins. We need to watch out for our vitamins. If I hit H, from starting from left to right, it's vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, and vitamin D. That's important because you have to keep these kind of even and you have to keep them high or you get vitamin deficiency. On top of that, there's our food right there. There's our water, there's our weight, there's our stamina, and there's our health. With your food, you can actually be full and have vitamin deficiency. So you have to watch out for that. Like I said, they decided to go a little bit bigger when it comes to the food. So when you're actually out here looking, you have to look at different types of stuff that you're harvesting, like this. See how it has, I think that's a green bar. It looks green to me. That means it's vegetables. So when I eat one, if you look down here, you see how the arrow's going up? So now my vitamin A is going up. And I think this is also a veggie. So I need to find fruit as well to get us going on fruit, and then I need to kill something to be able to get us some meat, and then I need to kill fish to be able to get vitamin D. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find... Okay, so we need wood. Did I not stick... Okay, so there's our pick. There's our hatchet. Okay, so I need to find a... There is a cooldown timer when you first equip something. I think they need to take that out. I'm kind of waiting for mods to come out on this game, to be honest with you, because that's going to be absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Okay, so we got some wood. Let's go ahead and make a craftable spear. Actually, we're going to do 3 of them. And then we're going to kill something real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a bow. And then we're also going to make ourselves some water skins. So, I think there's some chickens over here. Somebody has claimed this area. See how there's a flag right there? Somebody has claimed this area. As you can see, they've got all their stuff over here already, which I don't know why they would claim near a free port. Like I said before, this is a free port, meaning there isn't really any PvP in here and stuff like that. So what you need to do is you kind of need to get out of this area if you really want to claim an area for your own and stuff like that. So what we're going to do here is, now that we've done that, we need water skins, and we'll only take about 2 water skins. So we'll make 2 water skins, and then we need to make a bow. Okay, so I need more fibers for a bow. And what are these? What are these? That's aloe. Okay, so there's like 15 different things, different types of like... Okay, so there's 4 or 5 different types of veggies, 4 or 5 different types of fruit, 4 or 5 different types of fibers, and everything else. It's kind of nuts. They've gotten really, really in-depth with this. So it's gone beyond crazy. Okay, so let's go ahead and craft all 30 of these arrows. Now we can use the bow. Come on, bow. We can use the bow to kill a bunch of stuff, which is hard on this island because if you kill cows, then they all link and then they kind of come after your face. So what we need for the sloop to be able to get that is we need, what was it? We need 75 hide. We need 250 wood. and then we need 250 fiber, and that'll get us the sloop. On top of that, I also want to make some storage for the sloop. I made one of these. These are cool because when you equip them, you don't actually have to carry them, but if you hit K, it's actually stuck to your back and it burns as it's stuck to your back, so you don't have to actually carry it anymore, which is great when it comes down to torches and stuff like that. So we need to go get some water. You saw where I got the water before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and gather up some stuff, and then I'm going to be right back, and we'll probably build the sloop and we'll be on our way. I think I'm going to attempt this. I hope it works. If it doesn't, I'm screwed. But I need a lot of hide, and I figured, you know what? Why not? This is a level 10 elephant. These guys usually will stomp your face. Question is he going to be able to get close enough to stomp my face? Okay, I've got plenty of arrows. Hopefully this will work. Hopefully this will be the last of it, because I think I've got everything else we need to build the sloop. We need the hide. Oh yeah, baby, we just killed an elephant. We're elephant killers. We're poachers. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how much animal meat, leather, 36, 39, we need 75. We are way above 75. This will actually make it so I can actually build some of my clothes and stuff like that. We need, holy crap, we're up to like 300 leather. Okay, I don't think we actually need this much. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build... Let's see, I've already got the boots. I've already got the hands. We need some body pieces. We need some pants. We need some... Yeah, we had... Did I say pants before? We have hands. Okay, so there's a body piece. Now let's put some pants on because we look like we're in a little girl's outfit. There we go. We got a little bit of more piracy going on. We got a ton of meat. We don't need that much meat. We don't need the marrow. We don't need the bone right now. I went ahead and I made a storage box. I've got plenty of, well, I need a little bit more wood actually now that I think about it. We've got most of the wood that we need. I've also found some fruit on this island, which is the acai, I think it's called acai with the anal people, and other people call it acai. It's berries. I found 100 berries. I usually like to take 100 berries. I found 100 aloe. I've made 3 campfires. I've got 279 wood, and then we've got 303 fiber. We should have everything we need to get going, but we need to start cooking the meat. Now, I also need to get fish. The best way to get fish for me is 2 ways. One, you can do fishing, which actually takes quite a while, and you have to build a fishing rod, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. We need to do a respec as well. I want to kind of show you guys from the start how you do the respecs if you don't know how to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in the water. It's getting late. I might have to wait until the next day. Hello, cow. We might have to wait till the next day, but usually I just come in here. We need to get some fish so we can get some vitamin D for our trip. And this is really all that you need to do to get ready. You can actually be ready in a fairly quick... Now, this is one thing that I don't like. Okay, I'm not pressing any buttons and I'm floating, right? I go down. If I go deep enough, you'll stay down. But if you start getting close to the water, it sucks you up without you even wanting it. So when it comes down to like harvesting fish, it can be a pain. There is no fish in here. Holy crap. Okay, so I'm going to grab some fish. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow because it's getting late tonight. I might have to put out one of our campfires as well and cook some food up and stuff like that. And then we'll build the sloop and we'll be on our way. But like I said, I need to do a respec of all of our skills and stuff like that. So I might just do a quick respec. Okay, so I figure while I'm waiting during the night, I'm cooking a little bit of food on our fireplace here. I've got a bunch of meat from that elephant, but we don't need that much. I went out and did a little bit of fishing. I got some fishing going here. We got some meat going here. I got our vitamins are doing really, really well over here. We're full. I went ahead and found some berries. And I went ahead and found the aloe, which I've already told you about. We've got the leather. We've got everything we need to build the sloop. I'm just waiting till day so you guys can really see it well. So while we're doing this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a quick respec. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to show you kind of how it works. So I just reset. Now I have to wait till level 34. Now I got to be careful because I don't have too many respecs left to go. Okay, so you can't get everything in the skills until mods come out, and they haven't come out yet. So the first thing you want to start out with is, as you can see, all of these are all they're all locked. So I go into survivalism, and then what I need to do is go into my inventory, and I need to respec my body first. The very first thing I want to do is I want to get weight. Now, I like to have about 500 weight just so I don't have to deal with it. Okay, so there's 510. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some into fortitude. Now, fortitude, why is my fortitude at 30? It shouldn't be at 30. I wonder if it stays that way. No, it's not because of the fire. So usually you have to get fortitude to be able to last a long time in cold weather. Usually fortitude starts out at 0, but I'm guessing that as I'm leveling up, my fortitude is going up as well. So I'm not going to put any into that right now. I'm going to put a little bit into health. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get up to 120 health for right now. I'm going to put a little bit into stamina just so I can chop things a lot longer or something like that. Intelligence is basically skills. If you have feats and you have skills and stuff like that, the higher your intelligence, the faster they cool down is basically it. So we are at 490 weight. I got to get up to 510. Okay, so 120. So it tells you what it's going to get you up to, and then you got to arrow off it to kind of show, you know, what you're actually at. So 120 on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go under our skills. And now we can open up some of these. Now the basics gives you hatchet, stone, torch, and all of that stuff right there. That's your simple stuff. Okay, so I'm going to double click that and I'm going to grab that, and that opens up some of these. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the water keeper because we want water skins. Now the water skins, I believe, comes down to, I don't remember it is. I need a barrel, honestly. Let's go into skills, barrel. So the water barrel, explosive barrel, water jug, water barrel is under water storage. Okay, so I believe that's under cooking. So what I want to do is I want to get that just so I can make myself the water skins, okay? And as you can see, when I'm doing this, I'm going to go into and I'm going to get a spear. And the reason I'm getting the spear is because that opens up archery. And archery for me in this game so far is the best because you don't have to reload. Well, you do have to reload, but it's not half as slow as the actual guns. Then you go into the archery skill. Now that I've got archery opened here, I can go into the archery skill tree over here. It's a completely different tree, and I can go for just archery stuff. Now this allows me to gives access to crafting the bow and arrows and stone arrows, and then you can get like flame arrows and zipline anchors. You can do throwing blades and stuff like that, which is totally awesome. And then this one right here, which is steady aim, which helps you aim a lot better. So that gives me arrows and stuff like that. Then I think I want to go into where's cooking? There's cooking. I think I need to go into cooking because I believe cooking is what gets me the barrel. So cooking is now open up here. I go into this and I go into water storage, and that gets me the water barrel. Now when it comes to water in this game, it's a lot harder to get because they do deal with, you're in the ocean, it's salt water, yada yada yada. You can't drink salt water. You have to catch your own water from rain. So the water barrel actually allows you to build a water barrel for your boat or for your house, and when it rains you can collect water and then you can fill up your water doing that. So that's really all I'm going to do for right now. Those are the most important things, and those are the things I'll probably keep forever so I can always craft them. So that way I know for sure that I want them, and I'm not really going crazy with all of my skills trying to get a whole bunch of stuff. Ooh, I also need shipbuilding. Okay, so the shipbuilding is somewhere. I have no idea where shipbuilding is. I got to find out where shipbuilding is. I think it has to do with advanced tools, smithy, shovel. Okay, so I'm going to need the advanced tools for the smithy and for the picks and the spyglass and the lantern and stuff. So I might as well get that. And then I think, like I said, I need shipbuilding somewhere. I have to find it. I don't know. I'll find it and I'll be right back. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful morning set rise of the, yeah. Okay, so it's early morning. We are talking, there's a guy sleeping here. Somebody want to play with my dinghy? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and build the boat. Let's go ahead and access the shop. I know it's a little bit dark, but that's okay. We're going to double click the sloop. There's our sloop. Now we need to name it. We're going to do it the S Nightmare. Okay, so now that we've got our sloop going, what we can go ahead and do, now we have to be careful with these because the sloop doesn't have as much weight as if you were to build it yourself at a shipyard. and that sucks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit I, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop ourselves a little bit of one of these things right there. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take, I built 2, where'd they go? Where did they go? I built 2, the fireplaces. Where did they go? I need those fireplaces badly. Crap, I don't know where they went. I'm gonna have to make some others. Okay, now as I was talking, I was telling you guys about the skill tree. In survivalism, you have to unlock construction and mercantilism, and that opens up this. Under here is where you can actually get your shipbuilding, I believe. Unlock shipmanship. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead, basics of building. We need to build that for thatch and walls and stuff like that. And then we want to build the loom, so I need to open up that because I don't have a loom yet. Then we need to open up the handyman for the repair hammer and the storage box and the paintbrush and stuff like that. And then we need to open up chemicals and tanning for the tannery. I'm going to make all of these things in excess, like multiple of them, and then I won't ever have to worry about those skill trees again. Then secrets of building, which is all your doors, large storage boxes, stuff like that. We need to get into that, and then we need to open up the seamanship, that's what it is. Once I open up that, at the top, seamanship is open, and now I can actually build like a raft. That'll open up the dinghy, and then it'll open up the shipwright, which is a small shipyard. So we need to do that, and then we're going to open up the shipyard real quick here. And that'll allow us to build our own sloop, which has more weight and more health. And as well, it'll also allow us to build the schooner later on. So I'm going to leave it at that right now. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I was supposed to put down 2. I was supposed to put down 2 stinking, I don't know where those... I had two fireplaces. We need the fireplaces just in case we get cold. So I'm going to go build fireplaces real quick. Okay, we have fireplaces now. The fireplace is a little bit tricky. So I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to put one here. Probably right here. You kind of need them close to your dude. Just in case it gets cold. Because sometimes cold weather fronts will move in. Where did my thatch go? Okay, normally I put thatch in here. I went and gathered thatch. I know I did, but for some reason... Oh, there it is. Duh. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, hit Shift-T. I'm going to put half of that in there. You only need about 50, so let's go ahead and do this. Okay, we got 51 in there. Now we're going to go ahead, open F. I am effing it. No, I am effing it. Okay, no, that's totally not... F, damn it. Okay, so whoops. Come on. So I put thatch in here because it keeps the weight down of the ship instead of wood. And you'd be surprised how far thatch will actually go. And then I'm going to go ahead and, you know what? I might as well put the rest of the wood in there too. Come on. What? Fine, just pick it up and get the heck out of the way, man. Okay, so we'll put a little bit of that in there. We'll put a little bit of that there. And a little bit. This will actually go quite a long way for us. Okay, so now I can do this, and I can throw this out. I don't need that. Okay, so now we are off. Now, to sail. In the upper right-hand corner, you can see that boat. You see that long white arrow? That is with the direction of the wind. When we pull out and we turn to the right, the direction of the wind is going to go to the left. So to get this right, what we have to do is rotate our sails. I'm going to rotate our sails negative 75 degrees. And as you can see on the little diagram in the upper left-hand corner, the sail is actually moving to the left. Now, I get on the wheel, tap the W once, it unanchors us. And then what I want to do is I want to turn. You can actually turn and stuff without sails going up. I'm going to turn just a little bit. I'm probably going to run into that dinghy right there, or that raft. And we're going to get the heck out of here. Sailing's actually not hard. The bigger the boat, though, the harder it is because you've got more sails. You can, in these towns, there's merchants in these towns, you can purchase like workers that'll actually run your sails for you, and it'll run your cannons for you, and you can fight completely solo in your ship. It's totally awesome. Look, somebody actually sunk their ship over there. They had too much weight on it. Okay, so what we're going to do is if I hit I, Atlas, so we are right here. Okay, if I zoom in, right, that you're not zooming. Why aren't you zooming? There we go. Zoom in. If I zoom in, this is where we're at right here. Where we've got to go is straight across, and this is where our little house is. This is where I've, come on, right here in this little cove right here, this is where I've actually already planted our flag, if you will. So let's get going. This is going to be crazy because I'm going to fully open this, our sails, and we're going to go out of here like a bat out of hell. I actually almost got ran over by this big boat yesterday. It was actually a regular person, and I almost broadsided those guys. He was yelling at me and everything. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there, you big jerk. Okay, now you have to be careful because if you run into rocks and stuff, you can actually scuttle your boat. If you don't know what scuttle your boat means, that means you can explode your boat. It will die horribly. Okay, so unfortunately, the wind is against us right now, and that sucks because I can't really move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, let's see. How can I fix this? I'm not going anywhere. Usually it doesn't stop. The boat usually still goes forward. Let's do this. I'm going to end up running that guy over. Okay. So we're on our way out. Now we need to get a little further out. We'll pass this little raft right here. Look at all those elephants out there in the middle of the ocean. That's awesome. Okay, and then we need to come out of here, and I think we need to take where are we? No. I need you to, no, that's not the right, but this, no, M is map, take this out, go into Atlas. I need, sometimes, this is one of the bugs that happens, is you tell it to follow your character and it doesn't. So we need to come out and we need to go directly east. So we're going to come out and then I'm going to turn left and you'll see that the sails will actually catch the wind. Watch this. This is cool. They're starting to catch the wind a little bit. As you can see, the sails on the diagram in the upper right-hand corner are starting to turn green. The more you're in the wind, the better off you are. We're cruising along at a nice clip. We'll get out here by, I think that's a, that's not a sloop. That's a, I can't remember the name. Schooner, that's what that is. Okay, so as you're sailing, your actual boat is gaining levels too. So what you can do is you can get off the wheel, you can look at your boat, and you go into options, you go into access pirate ship, and then you can bring up the sturdiness, you can bring up the weight, you can bring up the accommodations. I forgot to build a bed, but that's okay. And you can add additional crew. Right now we have a 1 of 3 crew and our weight's at 1600. So what I want to do is I want to bring up our weight. Actually, let's do sturdiness for now. I want it to be tough just in case we run into some ships of the damned. And then we're going to go ahead and turn. We're going to take a left and we're going to go east. Oh, look at those sails, man. We're going at a good clip now. Okay, so let's see. We need bring up our compass here. I can't really see. So that's east. We need to turn a little bit more. I wish you could kind of control the boat with the map open. That would be a lot easier. Wait till it stops turning. Bring it up. We still need to go even more. We kind of got to go around the tip of this island right here. Okay, we're pretty much east, and you can hit the middle mouse button, and you see that little sparkles on your compass. It'll actually hold it there. So if I hit it directly east, and it'll turn those sparklies to east, and then I can just look at my compass. I can hit M twice. If I hit M twice, it'll bring up just the compass, and I think I can actually steer the ship. No, I can't. Okay, so we are on our way. As you can see, people are building right off the beach here and everything else. We're on our way, and if I find anything cool on the way, we'll be right back. Oh, the fog is rolling in. If you guys didn't know, there's a lot of flotsam and jetsam that's coming around, that lays around out in the ocean, and you can actually stop off and you can grab that stuff. And you can pick it up, and sometimes it has doubloons in it and money and stuff like that. And you can use doubloons to hire crew to actually sail your ship or work the masses. They're the masts while you're actually driving, so you don't have to get off your mast to change its direction to catch the wind. As you can see, there's a lot of different weather out here. You can get huge storms with great big funnel, watery funnel clouds of tornadoes, and I guess out here it's called hurricanes that you have to dodge. There's cold fronts that come in. It's like it's snowing, but it's not snowing. It's really cold, and you have to light your fires. And right now we've got fog going on. This is absolutely incredible. For me, oh, looks like our ship leveled up. For me, this is probably my most favorite part of this game, to be completely honest with you. I love just jumping on a ship. I absolutely love just jumping on a ship and just sailing to a different island. Right now we're at right here. If we back up, you see we got quite a ways to go, and we're actually just about to zone over into a different zone. We're going from the one that we're in, which is, I don't even remember what this is. What are we in? We're in B1 and we're going into C2, and we're going to cross over into C2, which means we're actually going to change servers from B1 server over to C2 server. And like I said, guys, remember, I'm on Slipgator's server, so every now and then I run into him and just watch him sail around his big giant ships. And I'm very jealous, but that's okay. I'm just a solo player. It's all good. But like I said, this is some of my favorite parts of this game, is just out here on the ocean. And a lot of times when weather comes in, this is when you have to start dodging ships of the damned, and that's just dead guys basically driving a bunch of ships that are really badass looking. They look like they're Lamborghinis of the ship world, and they'll attack you if you get close enough to them. And they can rip a sloop, which is what we're in, apart. Oh, looks, here is the Visqueen. We're going to go ahead and zone over into the new zone, into C2, which is where our island is. And boom. We've got clear weather. Let's see if there's, usually when you zone over, there's ships of the damned that are hanging out by the zone over right here. Looks like we're okay, but we got nice clear weather now. It's totally awesome. You got a island right there. What island is that? That is, okay, so that's that little island right there. I think that's called the banded something. It's like the banded rum or the drunken rum or something like that. Super awesome names for a lot of these. It is early access. There is some bugs here and there. This game didn't start out well. It didn't receive well. They should have waited a little bit longer to put it out, but since it's been out for a little while now, they've been doing a lot of fixing on the game. It runs great. It's very playable. It's still early access. There's still some bugs, but I highly suggest, if you've ever wanted a pirate game, this is the one to go for, because this is totally awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the Speckled Band, which is home sweet home. Now we're pulling into the cove, and I have to be really careful. There's two buoys on the left and the right hand side that I have to split almost perfectly. If I don't, then we can scuttle our ship. So see that? See those two buoys in front of us, or those whole bunch of buoys? If I don't split those perfectly, then we're going to scuttle the ship, and we're not going to be happy. Look at that. Look at that. We're going good. We're going good. We got this. We are, whoops, I gotta fully close this sail. And I gotta fully close, I'm getting a little bit of lag. I don't know why. Okay, we're gonna turn in here. This is our little cove. This is our little house, our little area. Over there, we've got one of Slipgator's bands over there, the Booty Barnacles. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull up a little bit closer here. And we'll go ahead, let's see, we need to open the sails, how about 30%, get going a little bit up here so we can pull in this little tiny little small patch of island, and all along this left side right here is what I own. It is part of the Nightmare Company, and I'm super excited about it. See, Nightmare Cove, something, I sound really cool, because I sound really cool. Let's fully close this. We'll go ahead and get back on the wheel, and we'll hit X. That should anchor us. Okay, we are now anchored. We have a stingray over there dying horribly. Let's go ahead and get in here. A lot of times there's an alligator over here. The alligators really, they're scary, but they aren't really hard to kill, to be honest with you. I've had an alpha over here, and he really didn't do much. Hopefully there isn't too much. There's one of our flags, and we own basically everything right here, this whole area. And I made this little house just so we can, you know, so we can have something to shelter in while we build the house, our main house. I got a little smithy here, and then I plan on building the main house right here in this skinniest part, make it nice and big. And then, like I said, I own that whole side of that beach over there, all along that beach down there. We own that. And this is the starter house that we're going to just kind of build stuff from. So this is it. We are at the speckled band. If I hit M, actually it's a little bit better. You can see a little bit better. If I hit M right there, this is where we're at right there. And if we zoom out, this is where we travel. We traveled from here all the way to there, and we're inside this little cove right here. And then Slipgator, he's got one of his bands right here. He's got like 15 different offshoots. He's got his most of his companies there. They're pretty much on every single island, to be honest with you. So this is where we're at right here on this little band right here, and this is ours. Ours as in, if that other guy decides, you know, to come play with me, he who shall not be named, Scoobs Maroon. So yeah, if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't, don't hit it. Just make sure no matter what you do, subscribe. Thanks for coming to the channel and hanging out with me today, guys. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. I'm excited about this game. And yes, I will be going back and playing the other playlists that we have been doing. I just wanted to start off by doing something like this. Take care, have a good one, and bye-bye.